Most football legends are defined by their stats, the goals, the trophies, the records, but occasionally a player comes along who cannot be measured by numbers. A player who is defined by a feeling. For a few short years, Ronaldinho wasn't just the best player on earth, he was magic. He made us believe that football was an art form. This story has a twist that no one saw coming. How does a man with the world at his feet, a man who earned millions, was loved by billions, end up celebrating his 40th birthday at a maximum security prison in Paraguay? From the favelas of Porto Alegre to the Camp Nou, and finally to a cell block. This is the unbelievable rise and the bizarre fall of the smiling assassin. This is the story of Ronaldinho. Ronaldo de Assis Moreira was born in March 1980 in a working-class neighborhood of Porto Alegre, Brazil. His house was small, wooden, crowded, but it was filled with football. His father, Joao, was a shipyard worker for Grêmio, the local professional club. Joao was the first to see the spark. He told everyone who would listen, "My son will be the best in the world." Originally, the family's hope lay with the older brother, Roberto. Roberto was a rising star at Grêmio. His success allowed the family to move into a bigger home with a swimming pool. But this new luxury would lead to the darkest moment of Ronaldinho's life. In January 1989, when Ronaldinho was just 8 years old, tragedy struck. His father, Joao, suffered a heart attack and drowned in the family swimming pool. Ronaldinho returned home from playing football to find his world shattered. With his father gone, his brother Roberto became his father figure, his manager, and his mentor. But when Roberto's own career was cut short by a knee injury, the pressure shifted. It was now up to the little brother, the kid they called Ronaldinho, to save the family. And he did not disappoint. Developing his skills on futsal courts and beaches, Ronaldinho learned ball control that defied physics. By 1998, he was playing for Grêmio's first team. But the moment the world truly woke up was the 1999 Copa America. Brazil vs Venezuela. He flicked the ball over a defender, cut inside and buried it. It was audacious, it was disrespectful, and it was beautiful. Europe came calling. In 2009, despite a messy legal battle with Grêmio, he moved to PSG. His time in Paris was a preview of his entire career. Brilliant on the pitch, but complicated off it. He clashed with the manager Luis Fernandez because of his love for the Parisian nightlife. But when he had the ball, he was untouchable. However, PSG was a stepping stone. In 2003, a giant was sleeping, and they needed a magician to wake them up. FC Barcelona was in crisis. They had finished 6th the previous season. They missed out on David Beckham, who went to Real Madrid, so they settled for the Brazilian with the funny teeth. It was the best consolation prize in history. For the next 3 years, Ronaldinho didn't just play football, he changed the culture of the sport. He brought Joga Bonito, play beautiful, to the highest level. He won 2 FIFA World Player of the Year awards, and in 2005 he won the Ballon d'Or. But the true measure of his greatness happened on November 19, 2005, not at Camp Nou, but at Santiago Bernabéu, the home of their arch-rivals Real Madrid. Ronaldinho destroyed Madrid so completely, scoring 2 solo goals, that the Real Madrid fans who hate Barcelona with a passion stood up and applauded him. This is a moment that almost never happens in football. He had conquered the world. He had won World Cup with Brazil in 2002 and the Champions League with Barca in 2006. He was a mentor to a young Lionel Messi, literally passing him the torch and the assist for his first goal. He had everything. But staying at the top is much harder than getting there. By 2007, the discipline was slipping. The training sessions became optional, the late nights became frequent, and when Pep Guardiola took over Barcelona in 2008, business was ruthless. Ronaldinho had to go. Pep feared that his lifestyle would be a bad influence on Messi. So Ronaldinho moved to AC Milan. He had moments of brilliance in Italy and a resurgence in Brazil with Atletico Mineirão, winning the Copa Libertadores, but the explosive pace was gone. He bounced from Mexico to India, playing largely for show. By 2015, his professional career was effectively over. But while the football has stopped, the spending did not. This is where the story gets complicated. Despite earning massive endorsements money from Nike, Pepsi, and EA Sports, Ronaldinho's finances were a mess. In 2015, he and his brother built a fishing platform and a pier on a protected area of a lake Guaiba. They didn't have a license. The government fined them heavily for the environmental damage, but Ronaldinho did not pay. The fines snowballed. Interest piled up. The debt reached over 2 million. When the authorities looked into his bank account to seize the money, in 2018, they reportedly found less than $7. In response, the Brazilian High Court took a drastic step. They seized his Brazilian and Spanish passports. Ronaldinho was grounded. He was a global icon trapped in his own country, and his desperation to travel led to the most bizarre chapter of all. March 2020, Ronaldinho and his brother Roberto land in Paraguay for a charity event and a book launch. Since they didn't have their real passports, they allegedly used these fake Paraguayan passports. The document listed Ronaldinho as a naturalized citizen of Paraguay. The absurdity is that Brazilians don't even need a passport to enter Paraguay, just a valid ID card. The authorities caught on immediately. Police raided their hotel suite. The greatest entertainer in football history was handcuffed and taken to Agrupación Especializada, a maximum security prison housing drug traffickers and corrupt politicians. The world held its breath. Was he involved in money laundering? Was he a victim of a scam? But while the lawyers fought, Ronaldinho did what he always does. He played football. Inside the prison, a futsal tournament was organized. Ronaldinho's team won the final 11-2. Ronaldinho scored 5 goals and assisted to 6 goals. The prize? A 16-kilogram suckling pig for the inmates to roast, even in jail, smiling, signing autographs for guards, and nutmegging murderers. After 32 days in prison and months of house arrests, Ronaldinho paid a $200,000 fine and was released. His legacy is complicated. He is a cautionary tale of a wasted potential and financial mismanagement. A reminder that talent alone isn't enough to protect you from reality. But ask any football fan about Ronaldinho, and they won't talk about the prison cell. They will talk about the smile, the joy, the feeling that for 90 minutes everything was gonna be okay. Other players were better athletes. Others had longer careers. But no one, absolutely no one, had more magic. If you enjoyed this story, hit that like button and subscribe for more legends of the game. Thanks for watching.